Hello, this is Nero here. I'm about to create the first vehicle tutorial for halomaps.org, and I hope it will be of help if it appears on there. In tutorial part 1, you will use an existing model to make a vehicle regardless of errors it may have when you go to export it for collision geometry. I'll show you a technique used to make things a lot easier. To do this, you'll need 3ds Max Basics Learned. You'll need the HEK Halo Editing Kit Extra Tools package with the GBX Model Importer script, and you'll also need the bird vehicle tags. Let's get started. To do this, we're first going to go ahead and open up Gorilla. And once you have the bird vehicle tags extracted to your vehicles directory, go ahead and open up bird.gbxmodel. Now you want to go ahead and go to File, Export Tag, go to your desktop and save it as bird.txt or whatever you'd like to name it, .txt. Give it a minute. And go ahead and close this. Now, you go to 3ds Max and open up your existing vehicle. And just have it there by itself. Name it whatever you'd like. I'm naming mine Pyro-GX. And go ahead and go to Max Script, Run Script, and find the script in the Halo Editing Kit Extra Tools that says GBX Model Importer, and run that script. Go to Open File, go to your desktop, and open up bird.txt. Hit OK, and close out this garbage. Now what you should see is two separate vehicles. You're not going to need the one you imported. This is just to have for the markers and nodes and such. So go ahead and delete this. Make sure it's the vehicle you're deleting and not the markers or nodes. Now what you should see are little dots and squarish dots. The squares or cubes represent the nodes, and the spheres represent the markers. These tell the game engine where to put things at, such as the weapons and all that. And once you have these in here, go ahead and position them where you'd like them. To do this, just click on any of them and then click on the Select and Move tool and just move them around. If you're doing this in 3ds Max 8, you're going to have to upgrade to Service Pack 3 because of some errors that may occur when moving such objects. I've already got these nodes in place on the model, so I'm going to go ahead and open up that. Alright. Now, once you've got everything positioned where you want them, go ahead and click on the mouse and then click on the Select by Name tool. Anyway. And make sure you have the display subtree box checked in so you see how everything is in the hierarchy. And you should see your vehicle at the bottom. We need to change this. So go ahead and click on Select. Then click on the link tool and go back to that menu. Click on Frame Hall. Click on Link. Now click out of this, click on the mouse, and click back into the tool. And your vehicle should be the same, as far over to the right as the frame right rudder and all that, so that it's actually a sub piece of the frame hull, and everything's in there. So go ahead and close this, and you're going to go to the File, Export, JMS, Halo Custom Edition, data. And you know what, I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Pyro. Open that up. Create a folder called Models. Create a folder called Physics. The bitmaps are already set up for this vehicle, so I'm not going to make a bitmaps folder. If you're doing this with just, say, a box or whatever instead of an actual vehicle, then and you're not using bitmaps, you can go ahead and do this too. Go into the models and save it as Pyro. Everything should save alright, but you have to make sure that everything is in this order. Otherwise it won't export right. Now, what we're going to do is create the collision geometry for this model, because this model is screwed up and there's errors that I'm unable to fix. I can show you that actually. Don't follow this. So I'm going to go ahead and export this. Go in your physics folder. I actually don't. I remember I said not to follow this. And I'm just showing you that this doesn't work. And yes, you are going to be using the same nodes and markers. Let's go ahead and go to run, or command prompt, CMD. And remember not to follow this. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Anyway, there are errors with my model. Apparently it did go through, but I'm going to show you a way to do it without actually using the real model. What you're going to want to do is actually recreate the model, but with basic shapes that do not touch each other. I just use boxes. You're going to want to be more exact if you're going to release your model. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. And this will be actually what we'll collide into, and not the actual vehicle. But once you've got this done, you're going to want to go ahead. Once you create all the pieces, I'm not going to do it because it takes a very long time. you're going to want to delete your vehicle and rename this after your vehicle. And you're going to have to do the same thing with linking it. But you want to make sure everything is lined up right. And yeah, like I said, you're going to have to link your model back to the frame hull again. So give me a second. And once you have all your shapes together, you're going to have to click on one of them. I've already done this. You click on one of the shapes and you go down, and what you do is you click on attach, and you click on all the other ones until they're attached. And once you've done that, link, like I said, link the vehicle to the frame hull, like I showed in the beginning. And remember, I said that you have to make sure that they're not touching each other, otherwise you'll get errors. So go ahead and export to the models folder, or wait, you've already done that. And then open up your collision geometry model and export to the physics folder. And then you can close 3ds Max. Type in tool collision geometry pyro, and this is assuming that in the data folder you have a folder called pyro. And then you'll type in tool model pyro. Okay. Now you're gonna want to open up Gorilla again. This time, open up the, where is it? Decimator.vehicle, and change the model and collision model to the pyro. Should be under tags pyro. And then save the tag as decimator1.vehicle. And then close this. Then you're gonna want to open up your globals.globals file. Scroll down until you see vehicles. Then go to Banshee. And then bird decimator1.vehicle, and save this. And now open up a Halo map. I'll open up one I made. Takes a while to load. Also, if you have a dual core machine, you'll have to look online to find a fix for Sapien, because it has errors sometimes and won't open right. Alright, we're going to add the vehicle, mission, objects, units, vehicles, edit types, add,